Hello, I am Calieb Thresher, writer and director of the worldwide phenomenon that is Day of the Goobozoid. Thank you very much for having the film as a part of your festival. I really appreciate it. My love for horror began when I was but a child. I was a tiny baby boy. That's not true. I was a kid, and my older brother would often show me lots of films. Too young to be watching these kinds of films, naturally. I'm very passionate about horror films. Films such as Evil Dead 2, Brain Dead, Dawn of the Dead, all the Deads, really, a lot of Deads. Some of them very quickly became my favourite films. I used to become obsessed with particular films. I got very obsessed with the works of Edgar Wright, who's one of my favourite film directors, and I would often watch sort of all the behind-the-scenes footage and sort of any sort of material of the filmmaking process I could get my hands on, I'd watch. And I just completely fell in love with filmmaking. I started making my own shorts, and I knew that that's what I wanted to do with my life. And that was about when I was maybe 13. Well, it all started with the studio giving me £10 million to make a film. That's a lie. I came up with the story just sort of doodling in script writing class, because I went as a character from Alien for one Halloween, where I had this sort of chest burster puppet, this sort of copyright-free version of the chest burster. It was like this hand puppet, which I was going to get out for this interview and do this whole little bit with it, but I decided against that because I couldn't be bothered. When I write things and when I write scripts and make films, I always sort of write around what it is I already have, and I really enjoy embracing the absurdity of things that look fake. Because I think it's really funny when things are over the top and stupid and obviously not real, and B, because I don't have a budget or a crew or anything like that. So I sort of just embrace it. Just embrace it. The most challenging things is going out to shoot, I think, because it's usually just me and an actor, because I don't have a very wide social circle, and I don't really have any connections. I always think that maybe I should put some sort of call out for help, but when making films, but that makes me very nervous. So yeah, usually the practicality of actually going out and shooting something is the most difficult. The most rewarding thing used to be watching the film in a room with some people in it, and even if it was just like 7 people, and you'd hear their reactions in real time, and you'd get feedback, and you know what would work and what wouldn't. But now everything's on the internet anyway, so also, just the feeling of just making something and finished a film and gone, hey, I made this thing. It's very nice and rewarding. My current favourite horror movies, I've sort of got into a bit of an awful habit recently, where so what would happen is I'll become really obsessed with horror for a bit, and then sort of get horror burnout and just stop watching. It being October does mean that the horror part of the year will come back around again, and I'll probably sit down and watch a bunch of horror films. But I haven't actually seen that many recently. I've sort of got into a bad habit of just watching the Dead Meat YouTube channel, which I really am quite fond of. But I recently saw Nope at the cinema, which I thought had a couple of really genuinely horrific scenes. But I'm not sure if I'd call that an all-out horror film. Thank you again for having my film there, and I really hope that anyone enjoys it to any extent. Thank you.